No, I know. And it's kind of sucks too because like a bit is so much better. Like, do you ever do like the other day I did some shit that I've been doing, then I did a new bit and it worked and it was good. It wasn't amazing, but it was good. And then I went into my old shit, like that from that I've been working on, and it was just like, oh, that's how a bit works. It was like boom, 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 and I was like, fuck, I got to get that new bit to that.
Right.
But the new bit is the shit. The laughs that you're getting from the new bit are the shit that where they're like. They're laughing because they feel you excited about it, you know?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. And they can understand your excitement.
Yeah. So I always like think about like I laugh a lot on stage.
Yes.
And people are like, are you laughing? Is that real? And the truth is, I'm laughing not at what I'm saying. I'm laughing at the fact that I can't believe I get to do this for a job.
Right.
And it's so fun. And I'm like looking at you guys and like, you think this is funny? Like I'm already there right now. Like I'm like, this is fucking awesome. And that's why I'm laughing. Like, I can't believe you let me do this as a job. And these jokes that I thought of, a lot of them I thought of on stage. So I laughed when I was saying them. So I just keep that vibe, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm laughing. I know I've said this shit before, you know?
Right.
But it's a genuine laugh, you know?
Yeah, it's fun to see. It's fun to know that people are going to enjoy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knowing that they're about to enjoy it or that they are having a good time. It's like,
yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, I feel like as an audience member, like you see the spark in the comedian and they're enjoying it and having fun. You have that smile on your face. And I think that's what really is like, oh, they're so like in touch with this. And then after a while, like obviously you're doing the same joke. It's like you're not as excited telling the story, so the crowd isn't excited hearing it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like an energy thing, right?
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. And it must be, that's why sometimes it's not like I want to tell them the story because they've never heard it, but it doesn't land as great as it once did.
But
and
you know what,
like,
though? Sometimes it does, and you just don't think it does, you know? Like, you ever have those sets where you're like, oh, they didn't like me? And then they come out, like, if there's a meet and greet, and they're like, dude, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and you're
like in Minnesota?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, you didn't seem like it.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And I guess maybe if you hear if you hear a song enough, if you know the cadences of their laughter at certain points, and you hear it's just like hearing a song enough where you're like, oh, the song is still good, but it's not the same as this new song that I'm playing.
Right, yeah.
When I tell these new jokes and I get different laughs on
Like,
it.
remember the first time you heard fucking hot in, it's so hot in here.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, what?
Yeah.
That fucking Nelly song? Bang, bang.
Yeah, so good.
But now you'd be like, okay. Well, maybe now you'd be like, oh, I remember that. But like after like, here's the thing, dude. Songs like 4 years later, you're like, get this shit off.
Yeah.
But songs like 8 years later,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this shit rocked.
Yeah, we did
That
that.
you got to get back to that point in your act, you know? Or at least for me, that's what I think. Like, I'll do the song, I'll do the joke. It's banging because it's a hit. It's a new song that just came out, and then it drops off because it's like you're in the 3-year thing where you're like, oh, this is like an old song.
Yeah.
And then it's like when I was young, when I was 15 and 16, I started getting embarrassed hanging out with my dad because that's like the age you get embarrassed. Hanging out with your parents.
Yeah.
And my dad said, we used to hang out. What the fuck? And I said to him, yeah, but it only lasts for like a few years. When I'm 19 or 20 after high school again, it'll be cool to hang out with you again. He was like, really? And I was like, yep. And it's true.
Wow.
It's that thing you got to get back to being a 19-year-old again where it's cool hanging out with your dad. No,
but you knew that in advance and told your dad that?
Yeah. My dad always brings it up. He was like, dude, how did you know that in advance? And I was like, I don't know. I think I just saw people doing it.
Do you know all of it, like all the beats of the life, and then it's just like you
think so.
So how are you enjoying it then if you already know it all, if you like know that how it's all going to kind of break down and when to do what?
Yeah, but it's like because the anticipation is what the most fun is, which is the fun. It's like when you're like let's go to Vegas and you're in Vegas, it's usually not as fun as the whole fucking let's go to Vegas thing.
Right.
Yeah. The way there, on the way there is the best part because you're thinking about fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do you think you could ever fall victim to a surprise party or not?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was bullshit.
It was it?
No, it was great, but it was bullshit that they got me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you seem like the kind of guy who would not let people get him on a surprise party. It's your fucking birthday, you know. I mean, it's...
She got me. It was fucking 2000... It was 2007?
Wow.
6? She fucking got me, man.
What, was it at a restaurant?
It was at a bar. It was a bar restaurant, yeah.